はい、皆さん、こんにちは。おかえりなさい。Welcome back to Unit 11-4. In the past few lessons, we've been dealing with this new concept of causative sentences. So causative was the idea of making or letting someone do something. Today, we're going to take that into yet another step. We're going to make it into passive, causative passive. So if causative means make someone do or let someone do, then causative passive is be made to do something or be forced to do something. So that's what we want to do today. So causative passive, we're going to learn the conjugation first, but the basic structure is verb. Basically, the ending is される or させられる. The meaning is be made to do something, forced to do. Look at the examples first. We're gonna look at the conjugation later. 両親に勉強させられました。させられる、させられました。I was made to study by my parents. I was forced to study, even though I didn't want to. ともこさんの悪口を言わされました。ともこさんの悪口を言わされました。So, 言わされる made to say, forced to say something bad about Tomoko, though I didn't want to do it. So just the idea of being forced to do something, that's what we want to deal with today. To make this kind of sentence, we need to combine two sentence patterns we've learned so far. So first, we learned back in 11.2, we learned causative. So causative was the idea of making someone do something or letting someone do something. And then we want to pull out this sentence pattern that we learned in Unit 10, passive. The passive, be affected by something that other people do. Like, my wallet was stolen or my lunch was eaten, things like that. Those passive sentences. We combine these two concepts. The passive of causative is being forced or being made to do something. So because it's passive, so we learned a passive form. Key point of passive form was that the negative feeling, like my wallet was stolen, my lunch was eaten, and you don't like it. The feeling of being the victim of other person's action, that was the key concept of passive form. That's why causative passive is always forced, not being allowed to do something, but being forced to do something. In order to create it, you need to first make the causative. 食べる turns to 食べさせる。話す、話させる。行く、行かせる。Stuff like that. So you can recap how to make the causative in Unit 11.2 if you wanted to. So first make the causative. So make someone eat, 食べさせる. Then causative passive is 食べさせられる. It's pretty long. 食べさせられる. How to make that is we drop the る and add させられる. So if you look at 食べる, it's replaced with 食べさせられる. Replace the with させられる, being forced to eat. We have sub-rules for る verbs. The る verbs that end with the す, as in 話す, we make it into 話す, 話させる, make someone talk, speak, 話させられる, being forced to speak, 話させられる. We replace the う with あせられる. So 話す turns to 話させられる. For any other う verbs, we replace the う with あせる. 行く will be 行かされる, being forced to go. 読む読まされる, being forced to read. 言う will be 言わされる. Just be careful for verbs that end with the hiragana う as in 言う, we add わせる, わせる, 言わされる, わせる, わされる. 言う turns to 言わされる. For just a little special with the う ending. For irregular, finally, する, させる, させられる. Oh, this is special, no rule. You just have to memorize them. 来る, 来させる, 来させられる. So this is the causative passive. It's a combination of two sentence patterns, conjugations, and being forced to do something. Now this diagram is easier to understand. This is the relationship between who does what and who is made to do what. Well, here's a normal verb. I study 勉強する If you look at this diagram, the mom is making her son study. So from mom's perspective, she is, for her, I make him study. So 勉強させる that's the causative. 勉強させる What we want to do, what we are doing today, causative passive, is his perspective. I am being made to study. I'm forced to study. 勉強させられる So this is a relationship. 勉強する勉強させる is causative. 勉強させられる is causative passive. All right. Now we're going to take that causative passive and we're going to actually use it in a sentence. So there is a little rule to use it in a sentence. Here is the basic formula. This is passive. So foresee, the person who is forced to do something, comes at the beginning. Foresee wa forcer. So the person who actually forces you to do. Forcer ni causative passive. So foresee is made to do something by forcer. 私は先生に勉強させられました。私は先生に勉強させられました。勉強させられる That's the causative passive. 私 is the foresee. I was forced by my teacher. Forcer is your teacher, 先生。勉強させられました。Here is the causative passive. I was made to study by my teacher. 小さい頃、私は母に野菜を食べさせられました。私 is the foresee. 母に that's the forcer. 野菜を食べさせられました。食べさせる、食べさせられる。This is the causative passive. I was made to eat vegetables by my mother. So again, the negative feeling is the key here because we are using the passive form. Key concept of passive form is the negative feeling. You are affected by someone's action and you're feeling bad about it. And here's the negative feeling too. Like I didn't want to study, but I was forced to study. I didn't want to eat vegetables, but I was made to eat them. So that's why causative always takes the meaning of making someone or forcing someone to do. So here is always, basically this sentence is always communicating negative feelings that you have. I was forced. So you can see that the actors, the people involved in that action are switched between causative and causative passive. So if you look at the causative, this is I make someone do something. So 先生は私に漢字を書かせました. So here's the kind of like plain my teacher made me write kanji. 先生は私に漢字を書かせました. This is causative. This is a new sentence pattern we're doing today. Causative passive. So the actors are switched. I am the subject. 私 foresee is the subject. 私は先生に漢字を書かせられました。The verb is in the causative passive. 私は先生に漢字を書かせられました。So causative passive is really complicated. In the first topic, we're going to focus on conjugation. So we're going to first focus on making causative passive verbs first, and then we try to use them in a sentence following this formula. Foresee は forcer にさせる、される、させられる。Just remember the key point is this is being forced to do something, and then there is always this negative feeling attached to it.